So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Ocho? Agree, disagree,
like
slightly agree?
I mean, it varies. It depends. You know, I think men are a little bit more now focused on just themselves. You know, focus on work, getting to the bag, and allowing the woman to be the last choice of importance, as opposed to how it was before. You know, chasing the woman, chasing, applying pressure, doing all that. And most of the time, what you have to understand too, is women put up such a front with the chasing and applying pressure, as if there's something that's so different about them as opposed to anyone else that you could deal with.
Looks like Ocho is afraid to serve coffee. Just keep it brewing.
But then when you actually get a hold and you get to learn that individual and you're allowed access, you come to find out, well, God damn, I've been doing all this chasing for this, but you ain't no different than nobody else. It's all the same. You know, at the end of the day, I think men's focal point has changed from chasing women, the more focusing on themselves, work, family, if that comes into play.
Right.
And it's just different now. It's just different now, especially in today's era where we have a lot more women that are in, I hate using the word alpha positions, but
don't hate to use it. Well, I can understand why he hates to use that word, but it seems like he's afraid to brew. Is it just me? It looks like Ocho is afraid to brew.
They are the men now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There we go.
I think the thing is, Ocho.
Women are the men.
A lot of women. But see, when you keep saying, I don't need a man.
Right.
Then you convince yourself. And then you want to be masculine because you think you can talk to, at the end of the day, that's still a man. And I'm not saying, look, I'm old and know how my grandmother and how I saw everybody raised. See, these women today, they talk about, I want to be treated like my mom and my great grandma got to treat, but y'all don't behave like that.
Hold on. Coffee on the nightcap. Oh.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Let's go.
Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all ain't cooking no meal every day. When my grandfather got home at lunch, meal on the table. He got home at dinner, meal on the table. He ate first. It wasn't no arguing back and forth. When my grandfather said they can, they did. When he said they couldn't, they couldn't.
All right.
But y'all, I'm gonna do me. Okay, well, do you? I don't have to be a part of it. And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Mercy.
Right. Yeah. I don't think when
sounds like the coffee pot. Sounds like the coffee, but you can't tell me Shannon doesn't watch the coffee pot. Come on now, or any other place where coffee is served.
I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially for what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to get.
No, Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want gotta want you.
Oh.
See, that's the problem. Cool. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures.
Right.
Oh, he need to do this.
Right.
Well, every time you throw out something that he needs to be, you a percentage, 15, 20%. So now you down to 5%. That 5% of the man that you want, that's over 6 foot tall, that has a nice body, that makes 6 figure, that's well-to-do, does he want you?
Isn't it interesting? Like we're at the point now where what used to be a controversial talking point is now being widely accepted on a lot of these platforms. Most people on my channel have heard this point made so many times. And what should that tell you about the current dating market? Well, it should tell you that regardless of a person's status, whether they're a celebrity or a regular person, they're dealing with the same things, right? It's the dating market is a place where it doesn't matter. Money can only take you so far. The women, as you get up there in the socioeconomic ladder, are just that much more delusional. They're dealing with the same type of delusion. The chicks who you take out on dates think they deserve 5-star restaurants. Ocho's fiance asked for 25% of income, the income revenue from this very podcast that he's on. And why did she deserve it? Just because. Just because. It's the same type of delusion, bro. It's the same thing. They're dealing with the same thing. That's why you see the female celebrities, they sound the same. They sound just as confused and deluded of espresso.
Damn. And most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Huh?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value that constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
You know what's funny?
Name something that increase in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari, but put it up.
That's a straight KS point right there. That's a Kevin Samuels line. If you guys remember, that was a go-to for Kevin Samuels. Name something that's gets used over and over again. If you're wondering, well, what gets used? What are they talking about? These women. Used, cheeks clapped, left and right, passed around. You get a turn, you get a turn, you get a turn. All right. Now, after 30 or 40 dudes have beat it senseless, now she's coming to you asking, well, when are you going to take me seriously for a marriage? Now she's ready to settle down, and she's wondering why nobody wants to give her that ring. I'm not exaggerating those numbers. These chicks out here have insane body counts if they will keep it real with you. But if you've heard Kevin Samuels use that point before, he's brought that point up many times. You remember.
A bottle of wine. Philippe Rothschild, Petrus, Camus.
Right. 1942.
They ain't drinking it. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. I don't even think the chat heard you. Do me a favor. Man, let me get my mother paper, because that man, hold on. You're going to have to bring that to me again. Hold on. You think I'm not going to use that? Hold on. Because I'm going to have to use that.
Shannon had to watch some KS.
That's at Sunday service.
That's a fact. And I bet you somebody in the comment section here called it out. Let's see. Top comment here says, social media F the dating game all up. Somebody else here says, to expect someone to be obsessed with you is narcissistic. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Kevin Samuels was the role model men needed. And the fact that people older than him looked up to him as well. I love the value us men are seeing in ourselves. Okay. Yeah. I just thought someone would call that.
Boy, you just dropped the gem right there. And I don't even think the chat was paying attention.
Yeah, because everything, Ocho, I want somebody at least 6 foot tall. I want somebody at least 200 pounds. I want somebody that make at least 6 figures. I want somebody that go to church. I want somebody that like to travel. So you've named 6 things that you like. Okay, you find that guy, but he's only probably in the 1%. So that 1% of the men that you're looking for, is he looking for the 15 to 20% of the women that's looking for him?
No. And for some reason, they don't get it.
So now if he's not, so now I'm valuable. I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants
They know they worth. They know they worth.
worth is what someone is willing to pay for something. Tom Brady can list his house for $150 million. But I guarantee you, after 6 months, over a year, that house ain't sold. I guarantee you he dropped the price.
Okay.
So now, if somebody comes in and says, Tom, he won $150 million. I give you $100 million cash. Okay, I take it. That's what the house was worth. See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it.
Mm.
That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where's the value?
Listening to Shannon make these points, you know that this is coming from a personal place. You can tell that he's dealt with this in his own life. Just keep in mind, right? You look at somebody as successful as him. He probably runs into women who think that they deserve better than him, that they're going to somehow find somebody else who can give them more than he can give them. He's dealing with this. Guys, you have to, because a lot of guys sit down and think to themselves, all I need to do is become a millionaire and all my problems when it comes to women will be fixed. Let me not downplay the importance of you not being a bum, right? Because there's this segment here who sits there and goes, yeah, dog, there's no reason because they're going to pick. No, stop. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm not championing being a bum out here at all. I am, however, saying that the only problem that money really fixes when it comes to dating for a lot of men is the amount of options that particular status that they achieve when they make money, right? The amount of options that they're open to. But along with a larger pool of women, you're increasing the delusional women as well. But there has to be good. Yeah, there are good chicks out there. They are. Not somebody here who sits down and says there's no such thing as a good woman. And the men who say that are out of their mind because they wouldn't agree that there's no such thing as a good man, right? You sound like a chick if you look at life that way. You can't have that one way and then switch up the other way. But these guys are just dealing with the larger pool of delusional women, and especially if they're in the situation where they want to settle down and get married. You've seen Ocho there who's might be getting married, doesn't really look like it's happening. At least he should not marry his woman, in my opinion. They're dealing with the same things that you are in the general public to a greater degree. Trust me.
Something is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. I want $600,000 for this tube of lip therapy. It's worth $7. They got to stop this notion talking about, I know my worth. Your worth is what someone is willing to pay for it. That's what worth is. Look up dictionary. Look up worth in the dictionary. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Google it.
Serving straight coffee. That's about it, guys. Of course, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Comment down below.